Hi, welcome to multilinguals.com. Today we will discuss the two tenses that we use a lot for past. That is pretérito indefinido and pretérito imperfecto. Both of them can be similar for foreign speakers, but for natives they are very different. One of them speaks about something that was specific, maybe happening once, and the other one speaks about something that used to happen repeatedly. For example, like a routine or a habit. When foreigners don't use these tenses correctly, it might be very confusing because you might say something that you don't want to say, or we could understand something else. So in this video, you will learn how to use those tenses. You will see in which cases we use each of these tenses, and you will be able to compare. You will also do some exercises to see the differences between one or the other, how the meaning changes according to which tense you use. And after that, we will invite you to do some more exercises. So let's begin.
The first thing we need to know for this tense is the conjugation. Here's the chart for the regular verbs with the endings AR, ER, and IR. You need to know the endings for this tense so that you do not confuse these ones with the ones for the Pretérito Imperfect. Now, let's take a moment to speak about how to use this tense. This step is very important since you will need to be able to distinguish when we should use this tense, or the Pretérito Imperfect. We use the Pretérito Indefinite when we are speaking about specific actions. These ones tend to be actions that happened once. We do not use this tense to refer to actions that were repetitive, such as a routine or a habit, for example. Here's an example. Last night it rained a lot. A second use for this tense is when we are listing the steps of a story. For example, you might want to say something such as, "First I did this, then that, and so on." Here's an example. I woke up. I had a shower. And I ate a salad. The third use is for an action that interrupts another ongoing action in the past. Here's an example. I was having a shower when the alarm went off. There are some time markers that are usually used with this tense, such as yesterday, last night, last Monday, last week, last month, suddenly, 5 years ago, in 1972, one day. Now let's talk about the Pretérito Imperfect. This chart shows you the endings for the regular verbs. You can see that there's one set of endings for the AR verbs. Then we have the endings for the ER and IR verbs that are the same. A good way to tell them apart for the endings belonging to the Pretérito Indefinite is that these ones here are longer. Now, let's talk about when to use this tense. We use it to speak about habitual actions in the past, like routines, for example. The equivalent in English is when we say, "It used to rain a lot," for example, or "It would always rain." Here's an example. A load of people would come to ski every year. We also use this tense to talk about simultaneous actions in the past. This means that an action was in progress as another one was happening simultaneously. Here's an example. I was cleaning the house while my husband was cleaning the washroom. A third use for this tense is when we refer to an ongoing action in the past that was interrupted. Here's an example. As I was leaving, the telephone rang. Another way to use this tense is for storytelling. We use it a lot when we are talking about our childhood, for example, the things that we used to do more than once. Here's an example. When I was a child, I would play all day long. Here are some time markers that can tell you when to use this tense. Before. Many times. Every day. Generally. Never. Sometimes. From time to time. Usually. Always. Often. Frequently. Each summer. In those days. Back then. Let's do some exercises now. You will see a phrase and you will have 20 seconds to choose between the two tenses. After that, you'll see the answer on the screen.
Okay, very good. Good job. Now that you have done all of these exercises and you have understood the explanations, let's keep on doing some more exercises and practicing this at multilinguals.com. Go to multilinguals.com, then go to Spanish, and you will be able to do more exercises. See you there.